back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. Alright, we're here for a reading. We're using this Divine Feminine deck. Feminine, spirit guides, whatever. If you haven't watched the Collective Coffee I uploaded this morning, it is long, but it's important information about the state of the world, patterns and things to expect. So I would go watch that. As we speak, running water, mobility, adaptation, and change. Flooding is a tactic of war that India is using on Pakistan right now, currently. And I talked about that in the Collective Coffee. Running water is also something that we are going to be impacted with as the water continues to be polluted by these systems. We have silence, thinking, summarizing, rationalizing. We have mountaineering, toughness, perseverance, and challenge. We have canvas, innovation, art, and creation. What can you create? What innovation can you anchor into the planet? And we have piano, inspiration, creativity, and music. What healing modalities do you have to offer others? It's going to take a lot of us all stepping into our power and using our privilege to support each other through what we're going through right now, which is World War III and Civil War. Again, go see the Collective Coffee. Podium, education, knowledge, and growth. Remember that knowledge is power. When the powers that be are attacking education, do as much as you can to learn as much as possible. Friends, loyalty, friendship, and trust. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Sailing boat, vision, planning in the long haul. Holding on to hope that we can shift this if enough of us choose to. Thinker, enlightenment, education, and profits. Listen to us when we talk, please. We're not just talking to hear our own voice. Some of us have some insight that is meant to help everyone. Collective liberation. And we are often not listened to until we die. So, that's not on us. Y'all have ears. Cordate? What's this mean? Love, care, and tolerance. I want to look up this word. I don't know this word. See how easy it is? When you don't know something, look it up. You have everything you need right here. I would say that Google's a little biased, so activate your critical thinking. Heart-shaped. Their leaves are often triangular, sometimes cordate. Oh. So it's the image, heart-shaped. Interesting. I think we all probably learned that. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Anyway, sword, courage, conflict, determination. Get ready to fight, because here we are. Helmets, bulletproof vest, especially for your kids. Weapons, self-defense that you are comfortable with. Runes, spirituality, faith, and spirituality. Keep what you believe very close to you. Keep your relationship to whatever you believe open, honest. Do your shadow work. Call yourself out when you're in the wrong. Again, we talked about this a little bit in the Collective Coffee as far as like the judgment day. We're all going to have a judgment day of how we moved on this planet in these times. And if you don't, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know what you believe in, but a lot of people believe in hell, I feel like we're experiencing that already on the planet, but what we do will impact our soul in our next carnation. I don't know if you believe that, but I do. And a lot of ancient humanity believes that as well, so there's probably something to it. We have Dove, calm, peace, and harmony. Do your best to regulate your nervous system, stay in a space of integrity and love and authenticity, which a lot of people probably aren't in that space. I know. I wasn't always in this space either. I used to be very conceited, very worried about materialistic stuff. I was also worried about others. I never ever was self-centered, but I was distracted at one point. Mirror, self-reflection, awareness, and clarification, like what I just said. And our last card from this, Tree Roots. Roots, stability, and growth. Go watch The Collective Coffee. It's about World War III and what you're going to be experiencing. Okay, please go watch it. It's very important. We've got Crow, independence, thinking, and reminders at the bottom of the deck. Crows are an omen for a lot of different things. They work with some ancient gods. You could be called to do that. Being called to this one. With Crow being the last card, I am going to take Pure Magic Oracle cards, see what we can do in the other realms. Remember that there isn't just the physical. Remember that we're all here momentarily. Death is inevitable. And if you want to go out like a fucking pussy or a simp, then don't do anything. If you want to go out as a hero, fight back. Put some shit into motion. Create something sustainable for others. Do something. Fuck. Anything, You're not the only one here. You're not the center of the universe. We are all interconnected to not only each other, but fucking the planet, nature, and to whatever we believe. Because ultimately, it doesn't matter what human constraints you put on that kind of stuff. It's intangible. It's always. It's like, I don't know. It's inevitable. I have something in my eye. Herbal craft, regeneration, plant medicine, caretaker, bloomer. I know that I am being called to only focus on herbs and greens, like leafy greens in my garden this year. I might try the Three Sisters method for one of my beds, which is corn, squash, and beans, which is indigenous to the Americas, the indigenous way of planting. But I don't know if I have enough sun or space, but I might try it. But anyway, I've been personally encouraged to really focus on herbs because I'm an alchemist. I can make medicines. So trust what you're being called to do. And if you're wondering about what that feels like, you can go watch some of the What's Your Calling readings, where we really tap into your skills and stuff. But ultimately, it's going to take all of us to come together in some capacity. Remember, we organize locally and we network globally, right? We learn from each other's struggles. We support each other through this. We're up against militarization. We're up against censorship. We're up against, a whole lot of shit. So do what you can to be part of the change, make the world a better place. Pyrokinesis, debate, rage, revolution, and attention. Maybe you're someone who is good with fire. Fire makes me uncomfortable, but it's something that I'm going to have to be more comfortable with. Maybe get a fire pit or a grill. Think about what you're gonna do. I was thinking of a list of things I would need to get. Coal, lighter fluid, I need some gas tanks for my generator and some oil, like motor oil. I need to get my solar system hooked up so that we have a backup. Things like that. Think about what you can do. I also have smaller generators and stuff. Baraka, strength, power, force, expansion. What makes you stand in your power? What makes you feel powerful? Not over others, but powerful in the sense of protection, right? Do that. It's time, guys. Bridget, if you haven't watched Mommy Preps, go watch that too. If you need a starting place. Psychic Flames, 333, Sacred Magic, or Sacred Milk and Druid Magic. It's interesting that Sacred Milk came out because I did mention about the psychological warfare and the impacts on women, specifically mothers, and how our breast milk can leak even if we haven't breastfed in years, when we feel a sense of needing to nourish. Anyway, opening circle, protection, ritual, lesson, simplicity. One thing I do have in my prep kit is a mother's milk herbal tea. If we were facing famine, I would have to probably breastfeed again, and it's something I haven't done in a long time, a year and a half or so. But getting those glands and supporting your milk, so oats and other things that can make that happen. I don't know if you can, but something I would be willing to try if we had to, right? And last, because I'm making bacon, Florida Waters, natural form, enchanted potion, red roses, and cleansing. Very much about plant medicine. Get familiar with the plants. It's spring in the northern hemisphere. Get some grow lamps. Get what you can, because it's beyond inflation now. We're going to be, the language of supply chain issues was normalized during COVID for a reason. Here we are again, but it's going to be worse this time. So do what you can to take care of yourself, your family, and your community. Again, if you need more on this, what this looks like, this is the hope aspect of the collective coffee, because the collective coffee was very much realistic, not very much hope. So this reading was all about the spiritual aspect of what we're facing as well. Have a good one.